Maybe I haven't found this place yet. Doesn't really matter. I can't get any of the other stuff in there until I hit 40, so. Alright. Story time. Let's go. Find out what happened to the body of Rex Lapis. I guess I gotta walk. Oh, before we do that, let me go cash in these. Go buy some ham and fish and crabs. Where? Oh, there it is. It's like I see it on the map, but I don't see the person. Milk.
Try something new.
Oh, I did buy it from Chef Mao too. Dang it. 2 recipes left from Mao too. Alright, let me go get the... Are they... I always forget which side of the map they're on. Is it this side? Behind the restaurants, or is it behind the other side? I guess it's on the other side.
I'm here.
Times 80 equals...
Alright, let's see. I need the... It's still sold out. How is it still sold out? No, I was relying on that. I thought it would... Okay, so now it's doing it on a daily. That's weird. It didn't do that before, so maybe they fixed it. That sucks. Alright, then let me go cook what I have.
Unfung's ironmongers. Here to serve.
Ah, why didn't I just cook it there? I always forget about that stove. Cheap and tasty chop suey. Ah, I'm so close to finishing so many. That one's done. That one's not even close, though. I might be able to do this one. As long as I don't mess it up. Sure. Wait, do I have 8 crab? Oh my god, I can totally do this if I don't mess it up. That was actually really close. Dunzo. Alright. I need ham for this one. I need ham for this one too. That one's way further away though. So the 2 that I'm closest to getting are this one, which I keep running out of friggin' apples. And then this one, which I don't have enough fish to do because they won't sell me the fish. They're being jerks. And then everything else I'm good on. How am I still stuck at 36 out of 40? Was that 34 before? Alright, well, whatever. Whatever that is. I gotta walk to it anyway, so how do I get out of here?
Let's go, let's go.
Interesting shortcut. I'll take it. Seems like a really weird place to have that, but alright. Alright, are you seriously gonna stop me there? Hey, can somebody explain to me what's happening right now? Oh, yeah, no, not gonna be able to do it that way. Well, guess I could. Be better if I just went along the trail. A random old house out here. Did I solve this one? No, I did the other one. I see a tablet. Wait, I made that up. It must have been this. No? Nothing? There's a person standing there. Maybe they have. Some archaeological insight. What's up, Wuyan? Yes, it's really me. Thanks for being my fan. Come on then, hand over your copy of Records of Julian and I'll sign it for you. Didn't bring it? No worries. I've got a few autographed copies here. I can give you one free of charge. What's Records of Julian? Ay, ay, ay. I've never known for a fan to keep up the stupid act for this long. Records of Julian is a top-selling, critically acclaimed book series written by yours truly. Even the Wanyan Bookhouse puts them in the most visible location in the store. You'll find all sorts of Liyue myths and legends in this series. Haha, relax, don't be nervous. Why would I want your autograph? Trying to act like you don't know me so you stand out more. I haven't seen that one before, but I'm feeling nice today, so I'll play along with your little game. My pen name is Wan Yuan, or Wu Yuan. Yes, the author of the Records of Juyin in the flesh. I'm currently on a trip recording local myths and legends from all over Liyue. If you have an interesting story to share, let me know. And if it ends up in my book, maybe I'll give you a free signed copy as a thank you. In truth, I've been told the trail of information concerning the guardian Yaksha lately, which may eventually feature in my records of Juyun. Yun? Yun? It's a pity, but there isn't much to find right now except for a few scattered nondescript texts. I've heard people say that they've caught sight of an Adeptus in Diwa Marsh, and I had a hunch that this might be the guardian Yaksha. But I reckon I just can't stay here and wait. After all, I'm an author whose pen has been touched by the heavens themselves. Why, the material will come to me as a matter of course. Diwa Marsh, eh? Uh, I don't remember seeing anything there, so I'm gonna ignore that. So I feel like I pass through Diwa Marsh all the time. Wait, I've been here before? Have I been here before? Is this the place that you teleport from? No, where's that? Where's the teleporty person? This must be a different thing. Interesting. Enter the Golden House. Your pursuit of the truth brings you to the very heart of the political storm that has been slowly brewing in Liyue Harbor. It's time to peer beyond the glittering gold and see what lurks in the shadows. Party level 35. Okay, I think I can handle that. Yeah, we're good. I'm just gonna stick with this. Ooh. I don't know. You know what? Whatever. I'll stick with rock for now.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This
Oh,
is where all
Paimon.
of Tivat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
Catch a single Mora and we're done for. If it were that easy, this place would have been emptied long ago.
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
We'd better check on the Exuvia first.
Right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia.
The Millilith, they've been knocked unconscious.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick, we have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Why is it like coated in an ominous black mist? I'm just curious. I have questions. Is that little thing you call an Exuvia? Well, you can keep it.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Oh, this is that weird kid. That's an Adepti, I'm pretty sure.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I
no,
imagine
it's
that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now,
Child.
you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like I was just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I won't allow you to get near the Exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that.
You could say that.
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Maybe.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you. You're completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This
If you're
chance
really
is
level
hard to come
39,
by, so show me
you're
all
going
you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me.
Wait, what?
And don't you dare disappoint. How are you become?
Okay, you say so. Oh, you're water? Okay.
Cowering already?
I don't think so, but...
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Celestial Voyager!
And, oops!
Is no home for a
What? He one-shotted her. I can't believe that happened. All right, so that's gotta happen. We're also going to some defense going. Defense and healing? Boom. Crit by 12%. Attack and crit. Done. Where's my physical damage? And physical. Alright, let's go.
Celestial Voyager!
Oh god! No! Not this time, buddy. Where'd he go?
You've made some progress.
I like that he does.
Not bad.
He does.
Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do.
Wait,
against
he
the might of the
changed
Harbinger.
elements? Heck nah. Hold on.
Got
Not what I meant to do. Nope. Sometimes the menu is not my friend.
I'll crush you.
Oh my god. Alright, hold on.
Something else catch your eye?
No escape!
Not the best idea anymore because now he is electric, but
Go, go!
why is it so?
You got me.
Wow! Oh my god. I hate when the menu is like not your friend. Is it this one that to the selected character and regenerates? "30 seconds. I thought one of these did it for your teammates too, but I might just have been imagining that, I guess. What am I marked with?
Got you.
Do ya? Do ya now?
Drink. Huh.
No use hiding back there. You've got some skills.
come on! I really could have used an electro shield. I don't know why it didn't give me that, but that's annoying.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But
Can he actually
that's
switch?
about as far as you'll get.
I want him even more now if he can do that. I don't think he can, but...
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh my god, no! What? Are you for real? Not for play? Right now? Tertalia, child.
Not bad.
Oh, child is his last name. Okay, I got it.
This is going to cost you!
I am not a fan of what's happening right now. Ooh, child. All right, hold on. Hold the phone. Let me make sure everybody is healed, because I am pooping my pants.
You got my noses ahead of me, didn't you? Did you
I have
simply move
absolutely
faster?
no
Or did you
idea
make
what
the
you're talking about,
information
actually.
available to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it! I'm here.
Ooh, give me the shield.
No escape!
Not what I meant to do, but all right.
My royal...
I don't know if that'll hit him or not. Oh, it totally did. Nice. Nice.
Answer! By royal decree.
Oh, where did he go?
Maybe I wasn't.
I
meant for
hate
this
that.
world.
Oof. Oof, 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 oof. I hate that one. All right.
Diana special! Oh,
No! Not my precious
Die
bed!
here.
Oh, God.
no one escapes us!
No.
Oh, God. Yeah. I felt it coming. These attacks are like unavoidable though. That kind of sucks. Also, I just realized that all of my shields are down right now. Hello?
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Oh god! Not the whale again! Alright, I guess it falls to the left most of the time.
On a rock.
Suddenly you went.
It's something.
Look, Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Not that it
Your
matters.
show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I'm collecting the powers of the 7
You
elements.
already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied.
Weird.
Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lapis still lives? The corpse was a fake?
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
What a
So
weird
what are you
phrase.
planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
Oh.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
You've been trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle.
So we can all agree that the Tsaritsa is his twin sister that vanished as well. that he's
Using the
looking for.
powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
My word. Well, this just got
Let's
juicy.
see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
It's perfect chaos from Sonic Adventure. Oh, there's multiple ones. Oh, I see.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
Does she not see that thing?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Moon Carver.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop
Ching.
that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
I love
So
that
the
her name's
Archon
Kaching.
War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
Zhao.
So will the power of the Chief,
Xiao.
Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Or Xiao? Xiao. Xiao. Xiao.
We've already
hard to
discussed
say.
this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Zhongli? Really?
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
If you're not wearing nails, you're not doing battle. Serious though, she can do this? Oh, okay. I love that there's like magical animals firing ballistas at a water demon.
The Fatui! They're attacking the
they getting up there? It took us forever to find a way to get up there, and they're just like walking in all super cash. Alright, hold on. Let's get this going. Where is the one that keeps me from losing sprint? Climbing and sprint stamina for 900
Do we
seconds.
disturb
Right.
their work?
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too.
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Isn't time for a break yet. No slacking off. My duty at an end.
I didn't break his shield that whole time? That makes no sense. Oh. Hey, what's up, yo?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
It came right at me. I can't see. Why? Why would it be like, be careful not to get hit? Oops. Right in your face. I can't even.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
So am I.
Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Hello? Yeah, we ain't. Not how we roll.
There are so many victories too. We can't look.
Were you
Oh my
about to
god,
say
dude.
We can't hold them, children. Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is gentle energy. That light from your body. It's like the tiny giant curse. Wow, it's Madame Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
Oh, oh, oh. I did something wrong there.
No escape.
Ah! Oh my gosh. This is annoying. Alright, there we go.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil.
What?
Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War. So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
Oh, nice. Ah!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Ah, I hate these guys. All right, hold on. Ah. You're the bane of my existence. All right, hold on.
I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
There's tons worse to come. What are you talking about?
Shake and stir.
Oh wait, hold on, hold on.
Blink. Look at you, Springtail.
Killjoy, we've only just begun. Stay right there. Let's end it. This isn't good.
Oh wait.
Over here. Blink.
Nope.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
15 seconds. Go! Kill it! Ah.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Okay.
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
Is it? Nice job, Xiao.
Be careful now.
They saved like
The
one
Guizhong
person.
ballista is destroyed.
Like 20
Without
people
its
just fell to
covering
their
fire,
death.
retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is
Even
our
though they
last
all
line
have
of
lightning
defense.
wings.
We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Badoosh. So is the remains of the Jade Chamber going to be like in those ruins now? Randomly scattered about? since those shards of rock are what were
Is it
supposedly painting it down.
finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
Well, I mean,
It is a testament to
in the
Ningguang's
ocean now,
entire
but
life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
we're all on the
Yet
same side
another
here.
perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
There is discord between the Guardians and those we're meant to defend. Harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right.
What's
That's
up, Sun
something
Dragon?
that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned from the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Too busy being a jerk.
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter.
Excuse me? Is that a phrase?
Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They listen to what the people have said, and they're trying to understand things from their perspectives.
Let us return now.
Eager
weird
to
that he-
leave, conqueror of demons.
Well, I guess that girl's not an animal
Yes,
either.
one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Calm down, yellow grump.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You can say that again. The Adepti were quite reasonable in the end.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
I kind of forgot about that.
But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Alright. I'll let you off this time. Defeat child. Derailed. Defeat the Overlord of the Vortex. I don't... Were these things? Pirates are... we're right on the cusp of 40. We're definitely we're gonna get it today. We're gonna make it happen. Do I have a better bow for her yet? La 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 la. I doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, maybe. This is fine. I'll actually enhance this one. I'm fine with that. Better than nothing. Are you batting on Jade? Alright. Because we've gotten to a point where they're like really long conversations, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. Wait, what did I miss? Before we get into a deep conversation with Zhongli here. So I will be right back. And we'll continue on with the... Wait, did I get the thing done? Hold on. I forgot what I was gonna look at.
I wasn't waiting for you. I just happened to be ready.
A new star pro... No, I think this is still the same area.
Resting.
So I will be right back. See if we can finish up this chapter. From the 1.1 saga. What I was checking earlier was actually wrong. I mean, I'm just gonna go talk to her anyway. But I was saying if I could do the...
Is there anything I can
the
do
quest
for you
from
too?
Liyue
I'm
yet.
afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
I may have misunderstood what the Adepti were talking about. I was assuming they were saying Zhongli, who managed to repair the ballista was actually Rex Lapis. I'm still not so sure that that's not the case, since nobody can pinpoint like how old Zhongli is.
The key here is consumer psychology.
Whoop.
Holy cuisine is inedible.
You think it'd be weird that the bank is A, still even there, and B, they're allowing them to be there?
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Oh,
Don't
it's
take it to
Senora.
heart, child. Besides,
Zhongli
aren't you
is a
happy that we got to
harbinger?
skip the formalities
That traitor.
and bring chaos to the land. I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Senora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
Don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly
That was
a
like
bit
5 seconds ago.
awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Senora and Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now,
I knew
if you
it.
would be so kind.
Called it.
The Gnosis, please.
The agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
I knew it.
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis? I mean, I did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I'm afraid I don't understand. And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
Aw, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So were you satisfied with the finale? Let me guess. You had another you had another plan in case it all burned to the ground.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
No, you're kind of a dirt.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you. What could possibly be worth a Gnosis?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
That didn't tell me anything. You're a jerk.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
You're so petty.
You of all people.
Paimon can't, so
One of the...
Paimon calling anybody petty is actually kind of hilarious. This way. I didn't read that. It didn't give me enough time. After the dust settles, something.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. Think you can bully me?
Did she just clap? Alright, I guess. That's pretty funny.
What if Master finds out?
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes,
3000.
and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all
Yes.
fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millelith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit
Big-footed
the nail on the
Daijiao.
head.
Daijiao.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they? Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead?
I mean, you
Zhang
kind of
Li
revealed
said
that
that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
until you said it like 20 minutes ago.
Did Zhang Li tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
I think you've hit the bullseye on, or hit the bullseye this time.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Paimon totally spilled the beans, but doesn't want to admit that she told everybody.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying
Keqing.
something? Are their speeches over?
Oh, is that, not Sucrose. Is it Sucrose?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Oh, that's right. Ganyu is the Adepti. Kaching
Is that the
other
traveler
one.
who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Paimon's gonna ask for like a steak or something. Hello?
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Final farewell. Talk to 3 people taking part. Okay. Adam Ping. As per the rite, or the traditions, the rite of parting, the cleansing sound of the bell sees the soul of the immortal on its way. It's hard to believe that someone would store such a precious object in a teapot filled with cobwebs. Oh, Madam Ping's teapot.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Does she count? Those are the only people that are highlighted, other than like the Liyue Qixing.
Huh. And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Yes, you're
Well,
just weird.
that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
So weird.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Oh, Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Alright, we got 3,700.
If the 2 of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
Well, why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Paimon, no, why? Morax like Mora.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, we were only spending I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, in the city of commerce, I should abide by the same rules exchange money or goods. When I was journeying with you, knowledge, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, as well that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. The Archon Morax could never experience life for my new true mortal Zhongli could.
No wonder!
No matter how many times he descended to be with his people.
You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
I must thank you for that.
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a
I will
parasite
treasure the
to
memories that I
society
made as
who
Zhongli,
lives off of other people's
traveling
credit.
the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not
no,
end.
why?
No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Inazuma? Inazuma, Japan? Who's the god that rules Inazuma?
The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Inazuma Bakufu.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Paimon randomly remembers bits of time in history.
Shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity. The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven.
Heaven?
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
So about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
What about Child?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this.
Kuching.
Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Now about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
Weird.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Nothing else, I
Well
guess.
then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
New star approaches quest completed.